Welcome back. I maybe had to extend this video, but I just want to show you my setup. It's been a while. It's been about 2 years since I've set up a hammock, so normally I can do it in 5 minutes, say about 5 minutes. Normally I can do it in about 5, but it's been a while, so bear with me. First thing I use is Dutch wear, Ridgeline. It's like a complete Ridgeline. It makes life a lot easier. Dima cord, I believe. So I'll just set that there. Untangle. I think it's 30 feet. But once I get it untangled, this actually goes up pretty quick. It has like a flea or something on it, and another thing called a wasp. There's lots of videos on YouTube about it. My biggest problem is tangles. It's all in one. It's got prisset knots built in, etc. So I think this is called a flea. Maybe I'm wrong. So just clip it. Run it across. These are the prisset knots. As I say, normally I would put the tarp up first, but I want to show you so you'll be able to see it clearly. And this is my first time putting dream hammock up. It's going to be interesting. See, it matches my bike. So this is by Whippy Sling. I don't know if they sell them anymore. It's called the all-in-one system, and it is brilliant. It is brilliant. There's no little gadgets or what do you call piece of twig or anything got there to put in stuff or learn different knots. It all just and plus it's all connected. So it does come with a bag, so you just supposed to pull it out of the bag, but as soon as you start putting bags and you use volume in your setups. I'm going to raise it a bit higher. That's fine if you're what do you call doing winter camping, but I don't mind some airflow tonight. Oh yeah. Okay, so next let's get the stuff inside. Let me check the ridgeline. Oh yeah, ridgeline's good. I'm really looking forward to sleeping in this. Really looking forward. I've wanted one of these for a long time. This is Dream Hammocks. I think this one's called the Sparrow. They're really custom, and I mean custom. Everything from the stitching to the material to, you know, the mosquito net to a cover. I do have the cover as well for the winter. This is an extra wide, I believe, and you can design it to which way you sleep. If you sleep left or right, you know, head end left or right. But as I say, can't really give a review on it until I actually really test it. But it's one of those products I've wanted for a long time. I have friends that have it and they swear by it. And it's got the net here, and here I have a place where I can put some gear in too. So, so let me get it set up. I want to show you. I'll move this camera closer. I miss hanging. I really miss hanging so much. Oh, my problem is I really like the hammock. I have been using the hammock for 7 years. I started off with a Henderson hammock. Well done, Mr. Henderson, for bringing it to the mainstream. But you never really done anything else with your hammock. You didn't, you know, you had to tie knots and you had to do a lot of things. So all my stuff is custom when it comes to hammocks. That's what I evolved to. And my problem is, when I go bikepacking, I still always bring the hammock with me. My previous hammock was the Grand Nano, which is pretty small. I think everything weighed just nothing. The weight of it, it took up some space, but not a lot. And I ended up taking 2 shelters with me. You know, the Ground, which was the TP tent, or the MSR Hubba Hubba. I love that tent. Really good company, really good tent. But there's just something about it. When you get the perfect hang, and I mean it, when you get the perfect hang, certain things you got to get 30 degrees. I just use your finger like that. You got to get the right space, and it's just one of the most comfortable sleeps ever. It just sweet spot just knocks me out. But I know it's not practical for bikepacking long distances. My friend Richard, he spends about 85% of his time in a hammock, but still brings a tent because, you know, when you go above tree lines, you're kind of screwed. He did bring poles, and he can set it all up without trees. I don't know how to do that. So part of me is being pulled to say, just don't bring a hammock, just go to the ground permanently. But I know if I had came across this place with these trees, this place with these trees, I would have basically wished they'd brought the hammock, you know. So for me, I have to carry 2 sleep systems. So let me start off with my pillow. See the Summit. Friends swear by it. I have about 7 different pillows, and they're right. It's the Aero pillow, Premier Regular. It's just awesome. So that little pure comfort, really nice. The material doesn't sweat you or anything out. I really like it. So the valve on it, it's easy to deflate, and it's easy to inflate. There you are, like this. Clip it in. I don't know if there's a clip on it. It would have been nice if they had added a little, you know, clip on it, so it wouldn't. I've got clips inside here, I believe, so I can just easy put stuff in. Top quilt. This is 7 years old. It will loft up, and it is by Underground Quilts. They've been around for a long time. This was my very first piece of bikepacking equipment. It weighed 11 ounces, 900 par fill. And I must admit, after almost 8 years, 7-8 years, I really like it, especially for hammocking. I have tried it on the ground, but you would need a wider one, and they obviously make wider ones now because a lot of people are using top quilts for ground camping as well. But I specifically got it for the hammock when I had the Henderson and when I first started bikepacking. Over 7 years, 8 years, it's kept me warm. It's worked. The stitching has not come out. The only thing I could say is every so often, a bit of the down will pop out of the material. A little, you know, just pop. Maybe you can see if there's any. Yeah, just a little poking out. It's supposed to be downproof, but I believe after a while it just doesn't become downproof. So what I do is, that's got the neck hang, and it's got the bottom one. So it's gonna be pretty warm tonight, so I'll just clip the bottom. Oh, that's just nice sitting. It's really nice just sitting. A few friends say, oh, got cold butt syndrome. Well, you get cold butt syndrome if you don't use an underground quilt. Oh, it was a miserable staying in the hammock. It's the hammock setup. Yeah, made in the USA. I like that. Oh, I was wrong. It wasn't 900. It was 850 for par fill. So goes like that. So now I made the foot pocket. Just give a good shake. And head end. Feet will be raised, so head end will be over here. I'm not going to apologise for people talking. You know, they have a right to be here. Then I have my underquilt. It's also 11 ounces. It is by War Bonnet, and it will waft up pretty hang. Let me see. Made in Colorado. War Bonnet. 5 years old. Did use our mattresses for a while. Tried to, but obviously the underquilts are much better. 11 ounces. So 11, 11, 22 ounces. Cuban tarp, some cables or some strings and stuff, and some titanium stakes. Probably comes in about 13 ounces, 14 ounces, you know, for those, for the tarp and all the wiring. This, I don't know what this is, I'll be honest. I don't know what this is. I have no idea. I never weighed it. It's not important. What's important is I think they put weights on their website, but once you start customizing, you're changing the weight. So I do have to weigh it. I will. So you can see shape. Oh, now this is the first time putting it on. Just adjust that there. Get it up near the shoulders. What's great about this hammock, you can unzip from both sides, so I can reach in and adjust the other right hand side. So basically about there. What else have I got in here? Oh. This is the cover for the hammock. It's for the winter. Why did I bring it? Ah, I know why, because I wanted to know how much gear I can fit into that. And then there's a wash kit. I'm not going to show you that, it's a waste of time. And then there's my clothes. I believe this has string to pull it out. I'm going to do that in the back. Got the pegs and everything. It came with a string to pull it out the back. So, yeah, wash kit and hang. This piece of gear is one of my favourite pieces of gear. It saves me so much money. When I was in Laos and I was staying at in the mountains and camping and loving it, just hanging about and staying in the villages, just having a great time. I checked into a hotel. And I said, why the hell did I check into a hotel? This is when I get hit near a city. And the only reason I could think, the reason why I checked in the hotel was to get my laundry done. And that hotel was about 40 bucks. It wasn't cheap. And I had done that a few times. I checked in the hotel, I need to get showered. Not so much showered myself. I don't really, it's not that important, you know, especially when you're in remote places, you know. I mean, if you've got a river or the sea, you're fine. But what happened was, I realised I was spending 40 bucks, 40 bucks, 40 bucks, and I was only really doing it for, it wasn't to sleep in a room. We all sleep in rooms all the time. It was just really to do laundry in the sink or give it to the staff. So this bag, Scrubba wash bag, inside there's a liner, and it's like the old rubber mats they used to use, or the old women used to use years ago, just scrubbing away. And I throw my lot. So say for example, if I'm on a multi-day tour, I get to camp and I'd take these clothes and throw them in this bag, throw a bit of detergent in, and wash these clothes and hang them up to dry. And next morning I've got fresh clothes. And that means also I can take less clothes with me, especially if it's the summertime. Winter time you still want to have to take clothes, and it's going to be a little bit harder to dry, but I'm working on an idea for that, how to dry my gear in the winter. Testing some ideas. So in here is my down jacket. So normally when I get to camp I would change out of these clothes because they'd be stinking, and I put on my down jacket. So this is a Montbell. It's the world's lightest jacket. It's 4.5 ounces. And it's 1,000 goose down, they say, par fill. But when I read into more detail about this 1,000 goose down, I found out once they treat it with a certain substance, like, you know, the wax or whatever, that stuff, once they treat stuff, they reclassify it. So say it's a 400, now it becomes a 500, you know, just because they've reclassified it. So, but it's about 5 years old, the jacket. It has kept me warm, and there's never a time it's not kept me warm. It's actually too warm. But generally when you're cycling and you get, even in this climate, and you get to camp, your body starts cooling down. So, is it worth the money? Yeah, I'd say it's worth the money. It's compact, it's warm, it's really warm. So, down jacket. Next thing is my boots I get out of, and I put on my Free Your Feet. These are my Cuban fiber shoes. Basically they're like socks, but they're rougher at the bottom. You can walk on them and you can see the texture and stuff like that there. Put your feet in. What I like about them is when you put your toes in, they spread them all out, so it's really nice feeling. Especially when your feet are being in the boots all day and your legs. So these are really good. I usually put these on. I will later. I'll switch into these. And then the next thing, top is a merino wool. This is my base camp clothes. If I'm in a tent or hammock, doesn't matter. This is just a merino, IO Marina. It's an Australian company. Maybe not many people heard of them, but they actually been in the business for 200 years. They raise the sheep, they make the knots, they make the design of the clothes, and been really happy with it. 2 years old now. Great thing about stuff merino wool, you just don't stink so much. It's actually just a little t-shirt. Still holding up. IO Marina, based in Australia. Look them up, they're good. And these is a game changer. Same company, IO Marina, and that's why I went to them to order some stuff, was because of these. I usually wear compression wear. After a day cycling, I put in the compression wear. It really does work, definitely. It was U2X or XU2 or something like that there. There's a few companies out there, even airlines, stewardesses are wearing compression wear because they're standing their feet all during the flight. It does work, 100% does work. Puts pressure on certain arteries and stuff like that there. Tested, athletes wear them. I was using UX2 or 2XU or something like that. I was using them. Just felt a little bit clammy. And when I heard IO Merino were doing, because I was looking for a merino wool base layer, actually had compression IO Marina base wear. So this is my base layer, but it's also compression wear. So that saves me carrying two things. It feels really nice in your skin at night. It keeps me that little bit warmer in the colder climates. And also I can ride in it. You know, if it comes down to a point where I need to ride in them, I can, because athletes are using them all the time. So that is my bottoms. and oh, and my washing powder to do some washing with the thing. And the final thing in the bag. Oh, I forgot my down hat by Rock. What's it called? Rock something? Well, it's okay, don't need it. So this was one of those things I bought on Amazon, and as soon as I ordered it, I went, that's a waste of money. I'll never use it. But it's something I actually always use. It's another product by Sea to Summit. Out of all the gear I have, I've probably got maybe 4 Sea to Summit products. So I'm actually come up with some good ideas. Basically, it's a clothesline, but it's got little beads. So when I get to camp, done my washing, don't need clothes pegs, just little beads. So these little beads just go like that and go across. So you throw your clothes in and you tighten up the bead, and it just hangs. I actually didn't think I was going to use it. I actually use it a lot. I use it maybe. All this place is, guys. Some clouds coming in, but it'd be nice if it rains. If it really rains, it'd be great. I can easily just adapt the hammock to that. My camera died before, so I got my Cuban tarp all set up. Just half of it. The Sparrow by Dream Hammock, really comfortable just to sit in, so I'm really looking forward to testing it tonight. Feet a little bit higher, 30-degree angle. Yeah, sweet. Bike, got 4 beers left, had 2. Now this is what I hate about Vietnam. Let me show you. Great country, cheap to live, people friendly. This is what drives me crazy. People have just left. All the fucking trash. Now they offered me food, they offered me these shrimps and stuff, they made a plate for me and everything. You know, I said no, thank you, I'm not a fish eater. I like my steak. But look at that. Now here's what's even worse. The little pathway up to their motorbikes, government has put a bin. On the way out, less than 20 feet from where they were, this is what they left. And even the mask, unbelievable. Just Vietnam, please do something. Good on you, government, putting those cans there. That's really a good start. But let's put a sign here, you know, 10 million fine or something like that there. It's disgraceful. Really, I love to go. There's so many beautiful places, so many, and then when I go, it's full of trash. That's my rant over. What can I say? Drives me crazy, this part in Vietnam, really does. I'll clean it up and put it in the trash. Just leave no trace. That's the rule.